Hey, good morning, guys. So today we're going to continue talking about ways we can help the environment, and our word today is going to be reduce. Well, what is reduce? Reduce is to make smaller or use less, resulting in smaller amounts of waste. Well, that's the definition, but what does that really mean? So let me give you some examples of how you can reduce while you're at home or just in regular day things, and maybe that'll help you kind of understand how we can help the environment. So the first thing let's talk about is most of the time when we go around in a car. Cars use gas, they give off emissions, and those are kind of tough on our environment. So if you have the ability to ride a bike or walk where you need to go, that might be a better option for you. Okay? Now the other thing you could always do is when you get where you're going, if you go to the grocery store or some other store, you can always use reusable bags. Okay? Reusable bags are a great way to keep from putting plastic bags into the landfills. Okay? So we want to choose that as possibly a way we could always reduce the amount of waste we are producing. Now, another thing you can do is just in what you do daily. If I take this plate of food, this is a lot of food. And it looks really good, but I may not need all this my first time. So maybe I would take away a few things, and the first time I go to eat, I might say, I'm just going to have a hamburger and some strawberries. If I eat all that, and I'm still hungry, I can go back and I can get some more. Okay? And I can eat again. And if I'm still hungry after that, I can always go get an ice cream cone because that always fills me up at the end, right? So that's a good way to make sure you don't overuse by eating smaller plates and going and getting another one. Okay, now if I have a plate of food and I get done and I say, oh man, I'm too hungry, I've eaten too much. I can always use reusable containers. So I can take my food and I can pack it away. And you've got containers like this one. And you've got containers like this one right here. Okay? Other things you can do is if you do happen to have a garden or you want to start a garden, some people want to grow strawberries, other fruits that you might be able to grow. If you want to do something like that, you can take your waste from a lot of the foods that you eat, banana peels, other things, and you can put them back into your garden. It'll help your garden grow and that nutrients in those foods will help make that garden grow even more. Okay? Other reusable containers that you can use, without a question, are water bottles. Okay? There's lots of different water bottles out there, and when you use water bottles, it helps you keep that environment safe. So instead of using a plastic bottle, taking the lid off, drinking it, and throwing it away, I just use this over and over and over again. And there's lots of different kinds of these. Even using just a plastic cup can be a great way to conserve. Plastic meaning one that you can put in the dishwasher and wash again. Okay? That saves a lot, and reduces the amount of waste you're producing. Now, the last thing I want to talk to you about, when we talk about those water bottles, we talk about water. And in your house, you can reduce a ton of the amount of water you use. If you go to the sink and turn the water on and you forget to turn it off, or you go to take a shower and you turn the water on and then you wait for a while before you use it again, that's a wasteful way to use water. We want to reduce that. So if you're not using something, turn it off, right? Okay? Just like the energy in your house, your parents always say, don't leave the doors open. It lets the air out. That's a waste of energy when we let the air out of the house, okay? So our last one we're going to talk about when we talk about saving and reducing energy is light. So if I'm not in a room and I'm not using that room, I'm going to turn that light off, all right? And so I'm going to end this video by trying to do a little reducing on my own, and I'm going to go ahead and turn out my lights and tell you to have a great rest of your day. See you tomorrow on Daily Eagles.